মেখলার ঝুল বাঁধা শিখতে চাইলে এই ভিডিও দেখুন।
Hi, I'm Joanne Banco, author, designer, and online educator at letsgosew.com. Today I want to talk to you about creating a beautiful dress with embroidery added to the all over or just the hem area. You're going to see both here. So when we talk about embroidering on dress weight fabrics, first of all, we want to be very careful to select a design that is light in weight. The design that I'm using, actually I'm wearing the same design, is from my book collection, and it was specifically digitized to stitch out really well on nice dress weight fabric. So if you're going to pick an alternative design, be sure you test that design. The next thing we need to do in order to prepare is to determine where we're going to put the placement. And you can see on this dress, I chose just a random all over, no real rhyme or reason. I just kept choosing the same pattern, rotating it, and basically positioned it as I went along. In this particular case, I did it before the dress was constructed. I drew, traced the pattern out on a piece of fabric, and then did all my embroidery before I cut it and before I stitched it. But a lot of times you're going to want to embroider maybe just in a hem area, like I came up with on my final option here. Just a nice little border treatment, tone-on-tone embroidery, which is one of my favorite techniques for creating a really glamorous kind of, star quality look. And that makes it really, really just understated, but very, very elegant. So in that case, I went along the hemline. I constructed the entire dress before I did the embroidery, but I still had to determine placement. So I like to do that with templates. I have embroidery software that gives me the option of printing templates, and then it's an easy method to simply lay it on the pattern, or if I was using my actual skirt piece, this would represent what I would be doing there. When I do that, I like to work from the center out, because my center pattern is going to be really easy to place. My template has center markings, and then I'm able to space the rest evenly depending on the width of my hem. Let's talk about stabilizer. Stabilizer is one of those issues you could go on and on with, but there's something for every single project. And in this case, I used an iron-on temporary tearaway stabilizer, and it makes the fabric feel very firm and very crispy, almost paper-like, really, and it is perfect for a design like this that's lightweight and soft. When I'm done, this all tears away, and I'm left with that nice, soft dress weight fabric. So what I'd like to show you, I'd like to go over to the machine and show you how you can design some different ways for your embroidery patterns. And what we've got here is a design, again, another design that I picked from my collection. This one is a multicolored design. I'm going to set the design, and then I'm going to go into the edit mode, and I'm going to choose the little color key. And what this gives me the ability to do is play with the colors. We've got something called color shuffle here, and when I select just random, I can pick colors that I want to use. I'm going to pick just a couple more here, and it will randomly shuffle all different colors. So if you're a little bit color challenged, or maybe you don't consider yourself an artist, this is a really easy way to see different color combinations that may well go with your fabric or with your color scheme. Another way to determine new colors and redesign a design with new colors is to select a fabric that has a pretty print that you like. And the artists are very good at putting these together. So you could select those colors and then pick a design and simply do test patterns where you're using different colors that mimic the colors that are in the fabric. That's just another way to design it. But I've got another option here, so I'm going to cancel this one out, and I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to choose gradient, which is basically tone on tone. And if I pick a color, now I'm going to get gradient tones or tone on tone look from one color in many, many, many different options. And what this is doing is just shuffling around the colors and showing me a variety of different ways that I can do this. So I opted, after all that, for just a single color design, and I've got my fabric all hooped and stabilized. I've got my template on, and I've added a little snowman marker. what that allows me to do is precisely place my template on the fabric and not have to worry about hooping accurately. Now, if you don't have this option, then you're just going to very carefully measure and mark where the center of your design is. Which, by the way, let me grab this little template from over here. If you don't have software to print a template, you can make a paper template in the same size. Just give yourself those same center markings and always start by marking your center and then working your way out. So I'm going to cancel this one out. I'm going to go back to the menu.